Hello. How is everybody? We've got a few people with us already. Paul, who have we got?
We're going to bring up. We've got Lisa Lewis. Hi, guys. We've got Jackie Lamour. Hi, everyone. We've got Karen J. Hi, guys. Angela is saying evening, everyone. So evening, everybody.
How are you all? Have you had a good day?
Yeah, how is... Oh, my mum's in.
Hi, guys.
Hey, mum. Jade Lorraine has said hiya. And Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo is watching us tonight.
I've not seen Jade's face on here before. So, Ronaldo. So welcome, guys.
Ronaldo.
Hi, Paul's mum. Now, my computer's down here tonight. So if I'm looking down here, it's because my camera's there and my computer's here. But yeah, it's all good. In fact, I've just done that thing. You know, have you seen that meme going around where it says,
yeah,
how you put gloves on without anybody watching, and then how you put gloves on when someone's watching? What you do that when someone's watching. Every time I do a live, I split my glove right there, and then I get a dark tinted area in there, which is beautiful.
Debbie Hayward. Hi all. Jade Lorraine, how's everyone? I've been here before, James. You have, but you never. I don't think you had a picture on your little thing, Jade.
Yeah, that picture's new. This picture, I've never seen the picture for sure.
Yvonne MacArthur, hi guys from Yvonne from Alberta, Canada. Hey, Canada.
Alberta, Canada. Lovely stuff. What time of the day is it in Canada? You're 6 hours behind, are you? I think 6 hours behind the UK. 3 in the afternoon. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming back, joining us again. So last week when Paul was doing his haircut, now we've got something to tell you about Paul's haircut. It's a bit of a shame, really. Paul, R.I.P. Paul's our haircut.
Yeah,
what happened,
somewhere.
Paul?
Well, it's somewhere.
It's somewhere in Britain, but it's not here.
It's in a red somewhere being delivered somewhere else. It's looking at colour orders, mate. That's where it is.
So Paul's colour order didn't turn up today, which he was in desperate need of, and the mannequin head didn't turn up either. So they're in the same. It's 2 p.m., 7 hours behind. Cool. I always get confused. It's 6, 7, or 8 hours, isn't it? You know, that side of the world depends on where you are. Okay, so
Christos has said
last
hello.
week. Who's saying hello?
Christos.
Hello, Christos. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Hi, Kerry. So last week we said, what do you want to see? What do you want to see, guys? You know, and you guys came up with all sorts of things. Peekaboo balayage. You guys wanted to see rose gold. Now, we did talk about doing one enormous, great big session where I coloured from pillar to post, but my voice isn't very good tonight. So I've decided that for the sake of my voice and the amount of time that a pillar to post session would take, we're probably just going to come back on Friday like we always do. I strained my voice on Monday and it hasn't recovered yet. So
what we'll do, Jane, what we'll do is for everybody who wants to see like a full-on day, me and you could prep 2 mannequins, and maybe on a Sunday or something like that, we could do like a half a day or a full day live. Let us know in the comments.
A bonanza.
Yeah, bonanza. And we'll do the works. Like both of us could do a colour, and then we could rinse, and then we could cut, then the other person could cut. So we'll do something like that. Let us know in the comments if you want to see a bonanza, as James calls it.
A bonanza. What a bonanza. Hey, listen, guys, as well, don't forget that today is the last chance to enter into the competition. Now, Paul is going to throw a link into the comments section. and you can follow that link to the live at which we announced the competition to win the gold tongue by Hot Tools. Just comment in the comment section on the video that Paul shares, and you will then be automatically entered into the live draw on Friday. So yeah, Friday, when we come back, we will be giving you the prize, whoever wins.
I'm pasting it now. So all you've got to do, it will open up another window. So as soon as I've posted it, click it, and then write whatever you want as many times as you want in the comments of that video. So it's going live now. You'll see it in the live chat. It's either a link, or you can just highlight it, copy it, and paste it into another window. Just comment as much as you want. You can comment every single day up to Friday. And then we're going to do a prize draw, which will pick every single comment on that video. We'll keep talking about it throughout this live so everyone gets to see. And yeah, just comment, and then it will do a shuffle through everybody, and it will pick a winner. So there's the link. Fill your boots.
Pick our winner. Right then. So tonight, I'm going to do this peekaboo balayage jobby. I'm also going to do a bit of root stretching because I think it's something that I've talked about loads of times, but never live like this. So so let's do it. But I found this mannequin head. This mannequin head was as I've probably mentioned before, my youngest son really does enjoy mannequin heads. So he goes around systematically taking all the mannequin heads and hiding them. And stuffing them under beds and behind sofas and stuff like that. So I was going around tonight, just having a bit of a tidy up, picking up mannequin heads that he's just strewn around the house. This one he had done some backcombing work on. He's 18 months, but he'd fully backcombed her, and she looked an absolute treat a minute ago. So she's a bit naughty, the old girl. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a root stretch technique. So we're going to start in, let's just swap cameras. We're going to start in the top front, and we're going to apply our product, and we're going to stretch our product down. More than ever, this technique has been so valuable to me recently. And because it's been so valuable to me, it's just thought it would be really good to kind of recap this technique for anybody that's kind of not sure about it. So the way I apply this technique, and the reason it's been so valuable, actually, let's talk about value first. The reason it's been so valuable is because, lots of clients are coming with enormous regrowth, lots of blonde on the ends, not any blonde from the next 5 inches up to their roots, and want a more low maintenance color technique. And if you balayage, you sometimes don't get the lightness that you require to get the product, the bleach high enough up the head. So I've been doing tons and tons and tons of foils recently. I mean, tons. Just classic highlights, and then root stretching them over the top. And I've really been mixing my weaves as well. Baby lights, classic stitch, ribbon weave. I've done more sets of highlights in the last 6 weeks than I've done in the last 6 years. And I think, there's nothing wrong with a good old fashioned set of highlights, is there? Yeah. And we've got so bogged down by balayage, that actually, I think we can lose sight of some of the most powerful techniques. So what I've been doing loads and loads and loads is like a classic set of highlights, and then this technique that I'm doing now. It's really super, super simple. You can see here that I'm dragging the color down to the parietal ridge. And then when I come down to the parietal ridge, I'm just lifting the brush off the head. I'm creating this kind of flicking motion. As the head goes away, my brush comes this way. It's really, really straightforward. And the other thing is, if you do like a partial or a T-bar highlights, not many, you can just do it in the areas. You don't have to go all the way through. So it doesn't need to be a really, really long-winded technique in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not going to do masses on this, because if we look underneath here, you can see that the highlights are not in this area. They're only really through the top of the head here. So there's no need to go through here, because I've picked a color that will match this more or less. So all I need to do is paint this top section and then just feed it down. And I think as hairdressers, we get obsessed with going through and doing it all. I mean, Paul, I fall prey to this, yeah, all the time. I say to myself, I'm just gonna do the bit I need to do, and then I find myself 10 minutes later having done the whole thing.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Do you do that, Paul? I do all the time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but one of the things like you were saying, highlights and everything, and baby lights. It's one of the, I don't know, like it's the service of the post lockdown, like you were saying. But yeah, when it comes to dragging down a root blur, root blend, root melt, I fell prey to mixing up too much colour and then thinking, oh god, I'll just use it and work it all the way through. Whereas now I probably mix up around about 20 grams of a gloss. I'll work it around the hairline, through the parting, and then just probably an inch either side.
That's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah, that is all you need.
That is all you need. And like on this particular instance, all the lightness, if I split the hair down, all the lightness, all the lighter pieces are only on the top.
Yeah.
So I only need to do it where the lighter pieces are. For instance, like this piece has got some lighter pieces here. So I'm just going to come in with my root color, apply it to there, and then just work it through. But just use the parietal ridge, guys. It's really, and the occipital bone at the back, and it makes it just so much easier. What does that comment say from Lisa Lewis, Paul?
So Lisa Lewis has said, my youngest took a training head and brushes, etc., to school to show his class what he can do. Future hairdresser. That's amazing.
Love it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Love that.
And then we've got Kerry Crosby. What's your favourite base on a root stretch for a blonde?
I don't really mind, Kerry. I always I have a golden rule about the color I use in terms of, going more than 3 shades darker.
Yeah.
So, if you're going 3 or more shades darker, then you should pre-fill. But it's hard to pre-fill and do a root stretch simultaneously. So what I do then is, say my mixing ratio is 40 grams of color. I will put 10 or 15 grams of 1 shade lighter, 1 shade brighter in at the root area. So for instance, let's say it's a level 6, the undertone is red-orange. I would go in with a copper orange on a level 7, 10 to 15 grams on a mixing ratio. And then that saves me needing to pre-fill. Plus, I also don't want masses and masses of longevity, in these colors, because let's be honest, most blonde clients, especially if you're doing a root stretch, are going to come back and want to go lighter. You don't want to pre-fill, it just creates longevity. So that's never a good thing in my book. So yeah, it's just something to think about, saving yourself a lot of work and aggravation. So no, I don't have a favorite depth or a favorite tone or anything like that. But I definitely do have that golden rule of adding 1 shade lighter, 1 shade brighter, around a quarter or a third of my total mixing ratio. So yeah, that's it really. Let's just grab a clip out of my old bag down here, bag of life.
Talking about pre-filling, so with Joico's DDs, there's already inbuilt pre-fill.
Right.
So
pre-fill as you go.
Yeah, so it's basically got pre-fill in, so you can put your hair color there. You could drop that something all over. It's for like all the ombres and balayage and all the sort of lightened ends, and you want to go back to say level 6, level 3 maybe, and it's already inbuilt, all the pre-fill, 20 minutes, on, off, done, full coverage.
Love it.
But talking about favourite base on a root stretch for a blonde, my favourite formulation is a 6 SB, which is silver blue, and then a 7 NWB. If you're looking on a blonde for a root stretch, maybe adding a little bit of a 5 in there if I'm looking at getting a bit more depth. But 6 SB, 7 NWB is like bang on.
Nice. Nice, like that. I mean, that's it. Having those go-to, easy-to-do colours makes such a difference when you're in the salon, doesn't it?
Oh, mate, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's one of the colours. So you've got the SB, the silver blue, which gives it really muted coolness. And then the 7 NWB is natural warm beige, which is basically all the primary. You've got blue, yellow, and violet sort of in there. And they all just play off one another, and it's just beautiful. It's like, what's the name? Tracy... Red Pen.
Cunningham.
Her go-to was like a 7MB for a root stretch, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, 7MB. Yeah, 7MB is a great root stretch colour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Luke. Good stuff. Right then. So what have we got here? We've got a 3-inch section. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come inside this 3-inch section. We're going to create a little diamond within it. Okay. Let's see if you can see that clearly. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a section and we're going to go from the middle of our section across diagonally, down diagonally, up diagonally, and then back to the top, and then just lift. Yeah? Do we all see that? So we've got a diamond-shaped section here. It doesn't have to be the most perfect diamond in the world. We're not going to get too upset if it's not amazing. I have got in my hand already an elastic band, just like the one you would use for putting hair up a wedding or something like that. Teeny weeny elastic band. We don't need to put it in too tightly, but we do need to push it back to the root area, and we do want it to be at the top of the section. So if I just zoom in a bit, you'll be able to see that a bit better. Okay, can you see it's at the top of the section?
Yep.
So what are we doing, guys, by lifting it to the top of the section?
Let us know in the comments.
Cool. What are we doing by lifting it to the top of the section? So now we've got it to the top of the section. We're going to come in with our foil. And we're going to just chuck on our product. Nice and simple. Paint it as high as you like, guys. Don't worry about how high you paint it. It's up to you, really. If you want it right up by the root area, then go for it. Then what we're going to do...
Hey, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Diffusion, Angela. Yes, diffusion. But there's one, it's going to create diffusion, but there's one main reason it's going to create diffusion. I'd love to hear why it's going to create diffusion. But while we're doing that, watch what I'm doing here. Let's zoom back out, actually. Drop that down. So I've saturated the top side of this section. Yeah. But I'm going to need to saturate the underneath. So I'm going to flip the foil over. And if we look at the underneath side of this section, can you see that it's really, really dark and splotchy? Okay. So we need to come back in and paint the underneath side of my section inside the foil and really make sure we move that product around. Really, really saturating both sides for maximum lift. Once we're happy with our saturation, we just fold it up like a sausage. Not a sausage, is it? I suppose it's just, we're going to call it a sausage because that's all I can think of right now. So no one's come back to me. So I'm going to tell you, diffusion is a good answer, but we're elevating, and elevation creates over direction, and over direction helps us with exactly what Angela says, diffusion. So we're going to do the opposite side now. If you work side by side like this, then when you come to rinsing it out, you'll probably need to rinse it out prior the back before the front. You can then just come and pull out these back sections and rinse them off as you need to, and not worry too much about it. Okay, so let me just take a section. I'm going to draw it again, actually. So I'll draw it again slowly so you guys can see which would be the best angle to do this on. Let's just have a look, see what the best angle is, because I want you guys to be able to see really clearly. Let's have a look at this. Is that better? Yeah, let's try it like that. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in middle of our section, diagonal line across to the right or the left, it doesn't matter. Diagonal down, diagonal up, diagonally back up to the top. Pick up our section. It'll get a little bit caught because of just the nature of the beast, but bear with it. And then try and make it a similar size to the previous section. That's a bit wider than my previous section was, but it'll have to be exact. Okay. Some people say, can you tease these sections? And the answer is yes. You want extra softness and diffusion, then yes, you can tease them by all means. So in with our elastic band again. You need to wrap it around a couple of times. It's not really, it doesn't need to be super secure or anything. But when you do tighten it, you just need to make sure you tighten it at the top of the section like that. Put some foils down here, really. I'm just going to go and get them. Here's some I made earlier. So pick up the section.
Has said, interesting sausage, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it was just what first came out my mouth, Pierre, actually. And you know what? I thought to myself, it's not going to make any difference now, Pierre, whether I call it a sausage or a banana. No one's going to believe me either way.
It's like a bad lunch, mate.
Eh?
It's like a bad packed lunch.
Like a bad packed lunch, yeah. So we'll call it an envelope, Pierre, if it really berefs you. But I mean, I'm thinking sausage is what we're going to stick with now, to be honest. So again, fold. Say that again.
Sorry, mate. Maxi is just saying sorry for the random question. ... Like any questions, if you guys want to fire any questions at us tonight, feel free. Just get them in. And Maxi, don't feel sorry for a random question. Just ping it over, and we'll answer it for you.
Great. So we've got because we've got a foil that's not quite so wide this time. We've got the sandwich effect. So there's one foil on the top and one foil on the bottom, and then unfurl the other side, and then make sure you saturate the underneath side of the section. Because if your sections are even more than a few millimeters in depth, you'll struggle to saturate both sides, even if you paint from side to side. And a lot of products don't swell anymore, and because they don't swell, they don't travel through the section. But obviously, the more product we get in there, the better it lifts anyway. So it's all good. So we're going to take a similar size section. We can alternate and vary the section sizes and the amount that we use in each of these subsections that we've taken. So, for instance, this section, if we wanted to kind of switch things up, we've got a corner here. We could draw a line like that. And we've got ourselves a little diamond shaped section straight away. If I turn that towards the camera, we've got ourselves a diamond shaped section straight away. So we could do one at the bottom there. We could do two higher up. So, it's all about the volume of color you want to achieve. Remember, these sections are quite big, so they'll spread out quite wide across the head. But like all kind of balayage techniques, we've got to remember that there needs to be something when it's a balayage? It defines a balayage. Put it in the comment section. What defines a balayage? Not the name, not the technique, but what defines the look? Because they're all the same. If it's got this one thing that I'm trying to get you guys to say, it defines it as a balayage. So let's hear it. What do you think defines a balayage? But I don't write sweeping, because that's too obvious.
But this technique you're doing, James, the Belgian waffle, as we know it.
Yeah, yeah.
This was I did this for my first Joico show.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was presenting it to Switzerland, and when I was doing it, the guys at Joico had never heard of it, obviously, because it's one of the things we do with LSE. And they actually put a Belgian waffle machine up on the screen.
It's an Adam Brown technique, this one, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't ever take the credit for it, but it's something that he's done ever since I've known him.
Is it? I know he did for that color correction.
Yeah, for the color correction technique. But it is Adam's technique, I think. Well, not, you know, maybe he's learning from someone else, but you know what I mean. It's like the it's quite inventive. I don't know if anybody knows him, Adam Brown. He's a colorist from Australia. He invented another one, or I don't know if he invented it, but he came up with this other one called the Rolodex. That's also used in the level 3 technique, but he doesn't call it the Rolodex in that. Has anybody got any suggestions for what defines a balayage?
We've got Andrew. Oh no, that was for the. Oh yeah, dimension.
Yeah, dimension. Good stuff, Angela. Thank you very much for that. Is that dimension? Yeah, because Angela put diffusion, didn't she? Yeah, Angela, you're on fire with your answers. Dimension and diffusion. You're absolutely right. So we've got dimension and diffusion. So dimension is the real kind of winner here. An ombre doesn't have any dimension in it. It's just very much a kind of set. Ombre just fades dark to light, as you probably well know. But when we look at a balayage, we need darkness in there. We need contrast to kind of tee it up. So we'll do what we did on this opposite side with this section, okay, and then we'll create ourselves another little triangular, rectangular, diamond-shaped section here. So remember, when we put our band in, we need to elevate the section up just to help diffuse. To diffuse and confuse. But whenever you use over direction, it always just helps, helps to create softness no matter what you're doing. Cutting hair, coloring hair. When I balayage hair, I use a lot of over direction with my body position to help me create softer blends at the roots. It's actually something I've never done a video on. I don't actually know why, just never got around to it, but there's a million and one things I've never done a video on, but I'll get around to it one day. There's plenty of time, guys. I'm planning to be here for a while. While
we've just got a good number in here, guys, we're just going to say about the competition again. So for anyone that missed it, I'm going to put a link in the comments box now. And then all you have to do is click on that and then comment anything you want as many times as you want on that video. And then we're going to pick the winner for the competition this Friday, for the Hot Tools Tong. So there we go. There's the link. If you click that, it will take you to another window. Just comment in it below and then come back and join us.
You may as well get your answers in, eh? You may as well chuck your comments in there just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
You never know. You get a tonguing off Paul. You get a tonguing off Paul. My voice is like really croaky tonight. I feel like I've been a smoker for most of my life. I've never been a smoker, but I can imagine that, when you get aging smoker and your voice starts to croak a bit, this is what it feels like all the time.
Mate, it doesn't sound bad at all. This end.
Does it not?
No.
It feels terrible coming out my gob, I must say.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a splodge at the roots here. Look, balayage splodge. Could have been me, by the way, guys. I'm not saying someone else did that. Could have been me that did that. Lots of the mannequin heads that I have at home are ones that were used on courses that I've taught in the past for Redkin. So that's why a lot of them are pre-coloured. But I always think like they get thrown away if I don't take them home when I finish my course. They just throw them away. So I just think it's a massive waste. So I take them with me. So I'm quite often seen on the tube with 10 or 12 mannequin heads in a big plastic bag. And then one day I was on the train, and I left them on the train.
Did you?
At Brighton. Yeah, I left 12 mannequin heads on the train at Brighton, and the train was going back to like St Albans. And so I got off the train. I realised very quickly, but the train had already left. So the guy said, right, I'll phone through to the other end, and when it gets there, you know, somebody will take them off for you and we'll post them back to you. I was like, oh, that's great. So anyway, the very next day, I'm at the train station again. I find the same bloke. And he said, actually, when the train got to the other end, the bag of heads wasn't on the train.
Yeah.
So somebody had looked in the bag and thought, oh, well, that's what I need in my life. 12 mannequin heads.
Yeah. Another hairdresser, mate. Could have been.
I hope it was. I hope it wasn't just some weirdo that wanted 12 mannequin heads. I hope someone's benefited from finding them. But I've just got this distinct feeling that it wasn't.
Some weirdo. Just wanting a conversation.
Yeah, just wants 12. Imagine it, can't you? Like, he's got them all sat around his dinner table.
Piers just asked, I need some mannequins. Do you have a spare one I could have?
Yeah, well, yes, Pierre. If you pay the postage, I'll send it to you. How's that?
What we could do as well one week with the competitions is we could give away one of our brand new mannequin heads.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Great idea.
Now a lot of you are in watching. We were talking at the beginning about doing a full day or half a day, something like that on a Sunday, where we would do, say, one of us would do a colour, the next one, the other one would do a colour, then a haircut. So let us know in the comments on here, guys. Would that be a thing you wanna watch?
There was quite a lot of yeses when you said it first time round. Actually,
was there?
Yeah, you were finding the link at that point.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there was plenty of yeses coming through. So sounds like something we need to get up to, Paul.
Yeah. That's cool.
Very nice.
We could even do it in person, mate. Not me and you could be in the same room. Is what I mean.
The same room. That would be amazing. Actually, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You could come to my new abode.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do what day would work best? Obviously a Sunday, or what day is your day off, mate? I can do Mondays or Tuesdays as well.
Yeah. I'm pretty flexible. Tuesdays, Mondays, Sundays, Saturday. I can do Saturdays too, but I mean that's probably no good to you. But yeah, whatever day suits you, mate. Really.
All right.
We'll work something out, guys, and we'll come back to you, and we'll give you a little bit of notice, obviously, so you can go out and buy some popcorn.
Yeah.
And some soft drinks to make sure you don't leave us for the entire time, because we want you with us.
What we could do is do some just some live giveaways as well throughout the day.
We could do some. Yeah, that's a great idea, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Salon International, but
Yeah,
But
we'll do it.
They're like, come back at 3:00 and we're going to give away my T-shirt. The bloke that's got.
Right, we could do that. So I think you should get a T-shirt printed. I'll get a T-shirt printed or a cap, and we'll get some more tools and stuff like that. And we'll see if we can get some sponsors for the event that they'll give us some goodie bags or something, and we'll do that. I think that would be a really good day.
I'm up for that. I think the guys sound like they're up for that. So let's rock and roll with that one. Can never too many mannequin heads. That's right, Maxie. That's absolutely right. Half day would be good. We have a demo on says Karen J. Not sure.
Half day would be good.
Ruby Watts. Is that a relation of yours?
No, it's not. Hey, Ruby. Ruby come and followed me from Emily Canham. So Ruby's an Emily Canham fan. We did a lot in June last year.
I see. I thought you had like a cousin or something,
Well, I've got cousins. There's none called Ruby. Oh, she said yes. Yeah, I remember Ruby. And Piers said goodie bags, love a goodie bag. So yeah, what we will do is we will try and get. We've been teasing you for long enough with some things that's happening in the background, and hopefully by whenever we organise this, we'll have some announcements. We'll have a lot of goodie bags. We'll have 2 demos. Well, we'll have 4 demos. So James will do a colour, I'll do a colour, James will do a cut, I'll do a haircut, and we can even do some styling as well to show you guys some styling. And competitions throughout the day, goodie bags too. And if we get your address beforehand, we could even send the goodie bags out prior to the event, possibly. So
you're so good at this, Paul, aren't you? Just like right on it.
Well, you might love it.
Press the wrong button. Can we have live model? A live model. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
That's a good idea. We could do a live model. I'd like to do some live models. So we're on to the side section now. Okay. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. So we're going to take a section like that. Move that out of the way. Section like that. Move that out of the way. You just have to make sure it's wide enough, actually, because you don't want it too skinny. You don't want it too skinny. Bit out of there. And a bit out of there. Just like that. Okay, so nice, simple diamond-shaped section. Live models would be good. Yeah. We'd probably have to cut down on the sheer number. Like if we did we could do a color and a cut, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could do 2 live models. So yeah, if we would do live models and you were going to come, well, there's so many things we want to tell you guys, but we're just a little bit hampered at the moment. But we can't wait to share our vision with you. I know we keep making out like we've got this big secret. It's not a secret. It's just that we're a little bit stuck for talking about it yet. But which we're both incredibly frustrated about.
Yeah. Anyway, it's stuff in the background. It's not us. It's not me and James.
Yeah, we're not suddenly going to leave our partners and run off with each other or anything. It's nothing like that. We're getting married and you're all invited.
Yeah, it's not really a live demo event. It's going to be a live wedding.
The first time anyone's going to know about it is on the live.
Yeah.
Jess like, woohoo, I can get a cat.
Yeah. But like being serious and everything, we've got something.
Being serious, Paul, I am. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, mate. We have got something lined up that we've been working on for
weeks
and weeks. And we thought we were going to be able to sort of talk about it today, but we can't. So, but yeah, it's really exciting. It's something that we can bring. It gives us the ability to bring you guys even more, which is the reason why we're doing what we're trying to do. So that's why we're really excited about it. But
yeah, it's only to bring more to you guys. That's the reality of what we're doing. It's to make this like, you know, a bigger, better, faster, more smooth running machine, basically.
Yeah. So Maxi has said, can't wait to see the results of this technique. I'll be investing in some rubber bands. Angela, would this technique work on straight hair? That's the question.
Yes.
Get quite a bit with on a lot of videos. I see on James's comments as well that one of the biggest questions is if we're doing a shag haircut, balayage. One of the biggest questions is, would this technique work on straight hair? And I think that's down to everyone just curls hair now, don't they? I mean, I'm very much moving away from it, like curly hair. I love poker straight hair at the minute. And
if you noticed, I put on my video on Sunday on straight hair in the description deliberately.
Yeah, on the air touch, yeah.
So just a quick one here. I'm going to use a triangle section here, just for a bit of variation on the theme. Triangle section is obviously you can do a triangle in one of two ways. Now, if it's got a flat top on it like this, you're going to get a larger area of color. So think about it like this. If you're going to do a triangle section, you probably want it to be an upside down triangle, because then you're going to get a point of light that diffuses down into the hair, and that's going to blend away a bit easier. Okay, just a little tip there. And you'll notice in the back, I didn't come all the way up to the top section, but I'm going to talk about that in more detail once I've actually finished this technique. But yeah, on straight hair is a big one, isn't it? That's lots of people say, what will this look like on straight hair? Can you use this on straight hair? And of course, it does depend to a greater degree. Okay, the reason I think people say that is because obviously there are some techniques that on straighter hair types don't look so hot, because they're very heavy techniques. But in a nutshell, you know, if you have got very, very straight hair, or you know, a little root shadow goes a long way on straight hair, just to create any sort of diffusion. So maybe take your lightener higher than you would do, and then put a little root shadow on there. Obviously, you've got the air touch techniques, or you've got back combing to create extra softness. You could back comb these sections, or you can apply it obviously with a bit more of a diffused root area, like I just have there, just to make sure that I am adding to the softness. And obviously, remember, each one of these sections is elevated, so that's also going to add to my root diffusion. So remember, fold your foil in half like this, flip it over, and then saturate the underneath. And when you look at the underneath, you're like, what the hell? Did you actually put any products in that foil? Yeah. But you know, it's really important to remember to do that, because I'm not taking huge sections here. You know, they're not massively deep sections. They're just you know, about 1 centimeter triangles. Fold it up. Lovely job.
You've got a question, mate.
Great.
So Yvonne has said you did not do the section along hairline lower front. Question.
I did not do what?
You did not do the section
lower front. You did not do the section along the hairline lower front.
So maybe temporal. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh no, I didn't. No, I did. Yeah, no, I haven't. There's no color around the face, if that's what you mean, at this underneath section. If we go back, yeah, there's no color there because it's in the middle of the section. That's okay. If you want it lighter around the face, then you could just put it nearer the face. But in this particular instance, you know, not every balayage has to be light around the face. I mean, I know they're a bit like that on Instagram now, but you know, if you just want a bit of definition and a bit of texture, you know, you can set it back if that's what you mean, Yvonne. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. But if it's not what you mean, then do let me know. But yeah, I mean, you could do this next section. Remember, we used a triangle. If we wanted to include the front hairline here, we could create a triangle section by taking this section here like this and making that, that's probably a bit too big, to be honest. There we go, 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squared. So I'll put that in there if that's what you're thinking of, Yvonne, and then hopefully that will answer your query.
So she's come back and said below that part by the ear, just asking.
Below the part by the ear. So the original piece that I was talking about at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. No, I didn't include the front hairline, but you don't have to. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could have put 2 in there. You could do 2 triangles, 2 diamonds. I've just stuck 1 in the middle, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, and then I'm going to drop this over the top. So that'll be that, because this is peekaboo balayage. This is what people were asking for last week. So it's going to be underneath, but instead of doing like a traditional painting technique, I've gone in with these slightly more unusual band triangle technique, just for you guys to see something a bit different and think about things differently. You know, I'm always, you know, on my clients doing things different, just to see what happens, really. And then I obviously experiment on mannequin heads too. I tend to do it a couple of times on a mannequin head, and then I'll take it to a client, and then I'll kind of figure it out from there. I don't personally ever think I'm going to invent a hair cutting technique, but I always try and, you know, modify the things that I learn and see, and glue things together, and, you know, make not one new technique, but, you know, a multitude of old techniques new, if you like. So it's more reinvention than invention. But yeah, I mean, you know, from an educational standpoint, you know, I feel like to educate is to just be a messenger. It's how you package it up and resell it is probably the most important thing of all, you know, because there's loads of educators on the planet of all manner of hairdressing technique and whatever, but we all have a slightly different spin and a slightly different thought process, and, you know, and that's what makes us all different. You know, Paul and I are similar, but we're different.
James, have a look on the screen.
Paul Watts fan. What the hell?
No idea.
Love that.
Look at the picture.
Love that.
It's me all warped. That picture's years old.
Paul, I love that.
Who is this? Tell us your name.
Big fan, mate. Love your work. Someone's gone to a lot of trouble, Paul, to be your biggest fan.
I know.
Paul, why'd you get the stalkery ones? I don't know what it is with you, mate.
I don't know. Let me know who it is. I'm interested.
No, don't tell him. Make him afraid. My name is Roger.
Hi, Roger.
And Roger's sitting outside your house, Paul.
Yeah, I did wonder who that was.
Love it.
Thank you for that account. And she said, "Oh my God, hi, hello, I can see you by the lamppost." So Maxie has said, sorry, mate. By the way, thank you for doing the AirTouch highlight video demonstration. It inspired me to try it out, and I love the result.
Wicked. Love it. I touched upon it in lockdown. I made a video about it. It was quite popular, but it divided opinion, actually. There was lots of people, this time not so much so, but when I did the first one, there was lots of people jumping in the comments saying, I hate these AirTouch techniques, blah, blah, blah. You know, they were going, you know, pretty in on it. And then, but this time not so much. So I don't know whether it's. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for a bit of controversy in the comment section, but no joy. No joy. I love that.
Beautiful.
I love that someone's made a Paul Watts fan thingy. That has just made my day.
Ruby just said Roger is definitely under your bed, Paul. I hope not.
Paul's going to check before he goes to bed, though.
Carol, Kimura, totally agree, Maxie. They're loving the air touch, and Lisa Lewis is just laughing.
What a touch! Love it. It's gonna be one of your mates.
Let's find out.
The scary bit would be if he says your address, Paul. That'll be the.
Yeah, I was just about to say my address. Then I was just about to say. I was on a live TikTok the other day, not mine, but I'm not. But and I said to them, I said, "Oh, are you at Colour World this year?" And they come back and they said, "No." Well, they said, "No, I'm not." I'm sorting it out because they get a lot of people trying to find out.
Hey, Roger, look, listen, we're only joking, Roger. It's okay. We don't think you're a stalker, really. It's all right. We're just joking with you. Don't be sad.
Yeah. No, thank you.
It's all just Paul's flattered. He's going to go and look in the mirror for hours later.
I love the picture that you chose. I think it shows me in my best light, to be honest.
I absolutely love that. I love that. That is so good. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Paul. You said your address on a thingy.
No, I didn't. I was saying to one of the girls from GHD, I said, "Oh, are you going to Colour World?" And because she gets so much sort of hate and stalkers,
the girl.
Pardon?
Who gets stalkers?
One of the girls off of from GHD off of TikTok.
Oh right.
And so she was like, "Yeah, I am," and then she was like, "Oh my god, no, I'm not." And then when it all calmed down, she said, "Oh yeah, I am going." But it's because people now go to Colour World to see her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What, people that are nothing to do with hair?
Yeah. Just want to get with her.
Love it.
Thank you, Roger. Biggest fan, Roger, forever. And James, love you as well. We're very flattered.
Yeah, we're flattered, mate. Honestly, but we're just joking with you, mate. Honestly, it's all. Me and Paul are the most light-hearted people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, we don't take life serious.
There's nothing serious about me and Paul. Trust us. The only thing we're serious about is doing hair.
Yeah, that's
the rest of the time. Rest of the time, we're just ridiculous.
But talk about Colour World. Is anybody going to watch it? I know they're only allowing a certain amount of people to go, but it's going to be live as well, streams live across, I think, like 4 channels. So I'm there for I'm there for 2 days, one digitally and one live. So just so you know.
When is it, Paul?
26th of June, so very close. I got my models sent over to me today, so I've got to. I'm going to go through them tomorrow night and pick which ones I want to go for.
Nice.
But I'm doing the Blonde Ambition sort of tour as such. There's a big Blonde Ambition thing going around America at the minute, and I'm going to be doing it for the UK.
Lovely. Nice, man.
So Paul Watts fan has just said he is now Ruby, Pia, and Lisa's biggest fans too. Paul, James, Ruby, Pia, and Lisa. Thank you, Roger.
What a star.
But I love this technique, mate.
Yeah, it's just super easy, you know, like for those peekaboo balayage type looks, you know, you get the extra lift because it's in the foil. It's, you know, it's quick, you know. I mean, I'm talking and not really going at full speed because I'm not in the salon, but I've not done many sections, and you'll see when I tone it back on Friday, I'm going to put a rose gold toner over it. You know, it'll have a decent amount of impact as well, you know, because the sections are fairly large. They're about 1 centimeter triangled. So 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter in these sections above the parietal ridge. On this side, on the right side, I've done the sections that way. So you can see the difference between doing them that way and the other way. So on the other side, they're that way round. Just so you can see the difference, because she doesn't mind, does she, you know?
No,
she ain't going to complain.
Softer on one side.
It's going to be softer on one side, and it's going to have a bit more colour kind of paneling coming on this side. It'll still be soft because of the elevation of the elevation of the section and the pinching of the hair, pulling the hair together like that as well. Because remember, we're over directing up, but we're also pulling the hair in, which also creates over direction.
So, Paul, what fan? Paul, can we be friends? We're friends. We are friends, and they're from Mongolia. So, hello, we can be friends.
Wow, cool.
I will subscribe to your account. I will find it on YouTube and I'll subscribe. Everybody, go and subscribe to Paul Watts Fans YouTube channel. There you go. Get everybody on there.
Maybe he could do like a tribute montage stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like you know that people that are really into certain gamers, like PewDiePie and stuff, people do tribute montages.
Do them like you've done the picture, like I'm all morphed. Do the videos like that. It'd be funny.
Love it. Right then, let's have a look, shall we? Let's zoom out a bit. Okay. So a really quick technique, you know, to create a little bit of, she can't get her head off, a little bit of lightness through the underneath there. 3 sections through the back, diamond shaped sections in each of those. And then when I came to I just got to the section that is above the occipital bone, I dropped the hair down. You could go higher. You could put 1 more in each if you wanted a bit higher in the back. I like to drop the color in the back though. Can you see how it's dropped down lower? So this section's higher at the front and lower in the back, which is always nice because the hair naturally does that anyway, obviously, because of the ear. And then in the side sections here, we've got 1 section in the middle at the bottom there, 2 sections at the parietal ridge area, and then drop that hair over the top. This side, the sections are triangular with the point facing up, and it's exactly the same, but the triangle's got the flat surface on this side horizontal. So you're going to get a bit more of a stripe here, kind of more 90s vibes. So what we'll do is I'll let that process and I'll tone it, and I'm gonna tone it with a rose gold, and we're going to talk about making rose gold on Friday. So rather than Friday just being like a sort of here's our result, I do want to kind of cover the toner with you, because rose gold's one of those colors that's a little bit of an enigma color, a bit like mocha, a bit like caramel. Some people struggle creating them. So we're going to talk about just rose gold specifically, and the rose gold that I've created for this particular look. And because it's not lifted, the lightest pieces within this foils will be lifted really light, but the general color around it won't be hugely light. So you're going to get a tonality with the rose gold. But we're going to talk more about that. We're really sort of dive into rose gold for half an hour, 20 minutes. So it's probably worth coming along just to talk about that specifically. So if you've got any rose gold questions, problems, theory issues, Paul and I would love to talk to you about creating rose golds and how you can best utilize, when you want to control a rose gold as well, because that's the other thing, is being able to manipulate rose gold either more orangey or more raspberry or pink, depending on your needs. So we'll let that cook, and it's a super quick, super simple technique. Like most of the things that I try and deliver, it's all about you being able to use it in the salon. So hopefully once you've seen it on Friday, there's another one for the toolkit.
Amazing. And yeah, Maxi, I watch all kind of hairstylists, but you guys are very down to earth, humble, relatable, and charming. Thank you, Maxi.
That is what we try to be.
Yeah. And then what's the ideal level of lifting for rose gold, 9 or 10?
It depends on the rose gold. If you want that very, very blushy rose gold, then you need to be in a 10, 9, but pushing a 10. If you want a kind of pure, true rose gold, you need to be on a 9, and you're going to drop it down to an 8 for the maximum tonality. And if the hair's on a level 8, then obviously you've got a lot of orange in the hair to combat when you are putting on your level 8 rose gold. So 8, 9 or 10, you could have a more orangey rose gold at an 8 and a more blushy, pinky or raspberry colored rose gold on a level 10.
Nice.
I have no idea about hair. In lockdown, I shaved my head because it annoyed me, and now I'm an egg. Roger, egg is my new name, guys. Love it. I feel like this is Paul on his other phone.
Mate, I would love this. If this was my idea, I'd have loved it. Roger says, James, you look nice.
Thank you very much, Roger. I always appreciate the ego boost.
But yeah, before we do finish, don't forget the competition. I will put the link in here one more time. So we are giving away we're giving away a number of prizes over the next, every month.
Yeah.
So all you've got to do is click on the link I've put in there now. It will take you to one of our older lives. Comment, just put whatever you want in the comments below. And then on Friday, we're going to draw the winner. So, and then James will announce what we're going to give away next month.
It's here. I've got it.
Well, he'll announce now then.
Yeah, we are. The next one is, I got this out the box just so you can see it. It's the upgrade. It's not going to focus on this. But anyway, it's the upgrade curler / straightener. It's quite good, this. I did a review on it. Yeah. I've never used it since, so it's it's effectively used once, but works absolutely brilliantly. I did a review.
Sign it.
I'm going to sign it. Yeah, I'm going to sign it. That's a great idea. Somebody actually asked me for an autograph. I told Paul this recently. Yeah. Someone actually asked me for an autograph. I was overwhelmed. I couldn't believe it. So I sent them one in the post. Good stuff. Right. I did see what could you expect from the lifting with a mannequin head? It really just depends on how long you leave it on. You can get them to a level 10. If I leave this on now until I go to bed, I'll get it to a level 10, which is going to be probably another at least 4 hours before I go to bed. I
left one on for 8 weeks. I left one on for 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yeah,
and it fell out.
No, it didn't.
No.
I was so surprised. Like, some of it was chewing gum, but I pulled the foils out, rinsed it, washed it, conditioned it, and the highlights were there.
Mate, that's amazing.
Yeah, 8 weeks. I know.
Actually, no. Do you know what? It's funny you should say that, because obviously the bleach dries out. Sometimes when I collect this is what I look like when I'm leaving work sometimes. Look at this. And I get on the tube and on the train with bags like this full of heads. And sometimes I pick up mannequin heads that weren't from my class, and they do have foils like randomly. And when I take them out, the hair doesn't fall off. And I'll tell you what, guys, I made a video once about how many times can you bleach a piece of hair before it's ruined. And I got up to about 20 applications before it started to melt. And I never released the video because I felt like it was unrealistic to what a client might end up. A client watched that and then came to you and said, well, I seen James on The Life of Hair. He bleached a piece of hair 20 times before it melted. So you can bleach my hair at least 5. And you don't want to do that. And you've got a conflict. So I didn't feel like, from a professional standpoint, I was doing anyone any favors. So I never released it. But I made the video. I've actually got the video on my laptop. I don't know why it didn't melt in that frame of time. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because sometimes people's heads gives up the ghost. So bizarre.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Paul Watts wants an autograph. Oh, well, Roger wants an autograph. So yeah, I don't know how I'll get you it, but I'll send you one.
Yeah, I'll send you one too. If you send me your address, and go for it.
Yeah, send us your address, Roger. DM us on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, and we'll send you an autograph.
We'll send you an autograph.
I'll sign Paul and put him in the post for you. You'll get my signature and Paul. Right then, Maxie, I have my own formulation for rose gold, but excited to hear what your formulation tips and tricks. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, rose gold is a bendy one. Like, you see, I see color, and anybody that knows me well, I see color as a spectrum. Every shade is is bending in one way or another. You know, so rose gold can be orange rose, pink rose, raspberry rose. You know, you can twist and manipulate that particular shade within the spectrum, because it generally, you know, lives on a level 8 type of level. Because as soon as you get lighter than a level 8, you start to lose tonality. And when you lose tonality, then you lose the, you know, true definition of the color. So good stuff. Right then. Oh my God, really? Says Paul Watts fan Roger. Probably not.
No, yeah, he's not sending me. But I was just typing. If anybody wants a signature from me or James or both, just DM us on Instagram and we'll send you it. We'll send you it on a nice bit of card.
We should have a postcard made, Paul. Me and you.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a picture of me and James, like the one which is on our thumbnail, and we'll just sign it. And if you want one, just let us know, and we'll send it over.
I would love to get someone share that on their Instagram or in their stories. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, that's it for tonight, I think, guys. It's been lovely hanging out with you as always. Paul, what's happening this week on Paul Watts Hair?
Reaction video part 2 has gone live today. So I told you about last week where that girl used a Garnier Nutrice level 8 to try and bring her natural level 7, level 8 roots to a natural 8. And then her platinum blonde end, she tried to bring it down. Her roots went to a ginger and her blonde went to a khaki. She then did another video, which was taking a Garnier Nutrice 101 high lift. She put it on her roots to try and lift colour. And as we know, colour doesn't lift colour. She put it on anyway. Yeah, you'll see in the video.
Cool.
Yeah, that's live. And then on Sunday, I've got a trend report coming out about haircuts and colours that are trending for, I think, spring, summer.
Love it. Good stuff. And then I've got a video on Sunday all about freehand balayages and color corrective balayage techniques. So, yeah.
Amazing.
Good stuff.
But we'll get cracking on the idea of a full day for you all, goodie bags and competitions and maybe live models. Fingers crossed, we'll try and do some live models. But yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. James, mate, loved it.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, thanks for having me on your channel tonight, mate. And guys, look after yourself. See you on Friday.
9 o'clock here.
9 o'clock on Paul's channel. Yeah?
Yep.
Right.
See you then.
Ciao, guys.